Hello, what are we doing in this mode? Episode 172, week 48. This is Monday Night Raw, Miami, Florida. Bob Van Dam.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Battle Creek, Michigan, Rob Van Dam.
So, Rob Van Dam starting off in singles action against the new upstart. I mean, we saw him last week making his debut in that fatal four-way and in an emphatic manner. He eliminated all the other men and successfully won. It's, of course, I'm talking about Bo Dallas. He's set to go one-on-one with Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam, of course, has not looked that strong ever since arriving at Raw, and Bo Dallas looked pretty strong last week, so I wonder if Bo can continue his winning streak.
Approaching the ring from Florida, Bo Dallas.
So, Bo Dallas coming down to the ring. Of course, last week he was involved in that fatal four-way match with Tensai, Tyler Breeze, and Diamond Dallas Page. So, well, there we go, and now he's getting set to go one-on-one against Rob Van Dam. It's nice to see new talent arrive on the scene in this universe, and Bo Dallas has been no exception. Got off to a great start last week, and I wonder if he can continue the momentum heading into tonight. It should be interesting. Alright, so as we get things underway, I'd like to point out something. You may have noticed there has been no main event the last 2 weeks. Last week was because there was no point in having a main event for Survivor Series. And this week because I came to a conclusion that main events just kind of vague, doesn't serve any purpose, and it's getting a bit tacked on, and it's also really making me have problems regarding my workload. Like, to put into perspective, today is Sunday, and this is the schedule of my computer. Sunday, stay on all through the night rendering Raw. Monday, upload Raw. Tuesday, Tuesday, render ECW. Wednesday, upload ECW. Thursday, render SmackDown. Friday, upload SmackDown. / record main event. Saturday, upload main event. Sunday, record Raw. So I'd like my PC to have like 1 day off from doing a lot of shit, just so I can do other stuff, I suppose. So main event is goners, and we're gonna go back to the 3-show method. So there we go. That also helps out with something that is planned in the future for this channel. We'll be talking about it more in about a month, so you know, about Christmas time. Just gonna put that out there. Bo Dallas with a puff maneuver. Oh yes, both men roaring back up. Oh, by God, what a comeback there by Bo Dallas. Right, there we go, this time. A clothesline, a duck, a scoop slam, a pickup, a running Bodog, which he's going to use to set up. Actually, he's going to skip about a bit. Here we go. Now he's looking at it. RVD in trouble. Turns him around. Bo Dazzler hooks the leg of RVD right after a replay. There it is. Bo Dazzler hitting very nicely and puts away Rob Van Dam. Excellent start. And, well, not an excellent start, but an excellent continuation of the start Bo Dallas had. Lovely work by Bo Dallas. Well, there we go. Successfully picking up the win against Rob Van Dam, and there you go. Good start. Bo Dallas continues on his ways, and if he continues on his evil, if he continues on this winning way, you never know. Scott Steiner may have a challenger ahead of him. Anyway, we head into our next contest, which involves Alberto Del Rio set to take on a man making his singles debut in this universe. We do not know who it is, and we're going to find out next. Alright, well, here is Alberto Del Rio.
Damas y caballeros, en el camino hacia el cuadrilátero, él es el verdadero hijo de México, Alberto Del Rio.
Rodriguez sounding about as bold as ever. Alberto Del Rio anyway coming down to the ring. And knowing, of course, as to who his opponent is. It will be interesting to see, of course, you know. Because there are a wide amount of... There's a wide variety of superstars on this roster who have not made their singles debut, and there, of course, could be people from elsewhere who have not even made the debut in this universe. I'm not sure as to who it will be, but as Alberto Del Rio taking an absolute ice age to get to the ring, we're going to kind of hurry this one up to get there. Oh my. This is not what I was expecting.
Approaching the ring, representing the family, from Florida, Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Weird to think this man has never even made a singles debut in this universe. Here we are. That's actually weird to think that he's never wrestled a singles match. He of course has a World Tag Team title to his name. He's never wrestled a singles match. He of course spent the majority of his time managing Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, but after Rowan was gone, he took over that place, and this is an oddity, to say the least. Bray Wyatt has finally made his singles debut. This is problems for everyone, pretty much. Alright, well, Alberto Del Rio was certainly not expecting this man, but now he has to fight against Bray Wyatt. This is going to be a tough one, because we've seen, of course, Bray Wyatt in singles competition, but we've never seen how he does on his own. How will he cope without a man in his corner to tag into? You know, he's by himself right now. There's no Luke Harper in his corner. It's just Bray Wyatt. So here we go anyway. Holy crap, the agility of Bray. Just flying over Del Rio. And of course, he's working over the skull. He's going to be sadistic about this all. He's working over the skull to not only put Del Rio through an extreme amount of pain, but of course for the sister Abigail. Twists and turns and elbow in the face. Don't know why I made that into a song. Oh, whoopsie. A giant whoopsie. Del Rio trying to fight back. He is trying to reverse. He's reversing Bray's maneuvers, but he cannot capitalize on this offense. Well, that's a problem. He just sort of gets hit. And uh-oh, Bray Wyatt hanging on though. Alberto Del Rio throwing him back, well, suplexing him back in the ring. And now Bray beginning to take control. But that's gone. Del Rio with a kick there, trying to get himself back in, and just swatted back down to the ground with that strike. But again, Del Rio reverses Bray. Bray's had the more effective maneuvers, like that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, but he has not been in a moment where he's in complete control, because Del Rio has been reversing his way out of things. Gut wrench suplex off the ropes. Oh, there's a splash by Bray. He's going for the pin off of it. Del Rio starting out quite early at 1. It's a shot to the back of the head there, and again this tilt-a-whirl DDT by Bray, planting right on his face. He hoists up Jeez, Alberto Del Rio for the big splash. Del Rio trying to get some offense again. Oh my god, Bray just right away with an STO. Oh my word, he walked right into that. Sister Abigail. Poke of the leg. Good night, Del Rio. Del Rio just tried to fight back, but Bray just out of nowhere. I don't know why this animation is happening, but he just tried to run in. He just tried to get his comeback on and ran straight into Sister Abigail, and that was the end of that. Bray Wyatt has picked up the win. Anyway, speaking of picking up the win, it's vital in our next match as we have a loser leaves Raw match. Former members of Awesome Truth square off. R-Truth versus The Miz. Loser to leave Raw. And that is up next. Oh, I wouldn't say that anymore. Certainly not representing the Awesome Ones anymore. But Miz is of course the man who wanted Awesome Truth gone. He wanted to leave. He wanted to move on to other aspects of his career. R-Truth was having none of it. He felt as if that they could succeed again. Last week they took on the World Tag Team Champions Team DZ and they were defeated. I believe the Miz was the one pinned as well, but Miz did say if they were to lose, he was done with R-Truth. And now this stipulation has been put in place. He wants R-Truth gone forever. And making him leave the brand is the only way he sees fit to fully rid the world of R-Truth. Once again, this is going to be a pretty big offense. We've seen two former World Tag Team Champions, well, you know, two former World Tag Team Championship holding teams split up recently. Primetime Players split up just before Survivor Series, and now these two men settle their differences. But rather than the Primetime Players continuing on, one of these men is going to leave. This is certainly a must-win situation for both men. Neither man can risk taking a loss here. And of course, just in case you're wondering, I know this is this match right now, which is very important, but in case you're wondering why there's no tag team matches, the main event is the United States Champion, Scott Steiner, the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, Macho Man Savage, teaming against the #1 contender for the United States Championship, Jeff Jarrett, and the WWE Champion, Kevin Steen. And there's actually a point I have to make in that match regarding Jeff Jarrett. But anyway, right now, you know, these men don't want to, well, no, neither of these men want to leave, but R-Truth certainly didn't want Awesome Truth to leave. Miz calling him dead weight and saying that he was the reason why them two were even tag team champions in the first place. R-Truth was just there, and he feels as if he did not contemplate anything to the team. Miz was the man who dragged the team the whole way. R-Truth was just leeching off of the success that he has given them, and he feels as if the only way to rid the only way to split up Awesome Truth, the only way to show that he's done with R-Truth is to make him leave. It was Miz who requested this matchup. Well, no, the matchup was set in place anyway, should needs be, but it was Miz who requested the stipulation because he wants R-Truth gone. He doesn't even want to be in the same place as R-Truth. He doesn't want R-Truth to be around here anymore. He says it's all about the Miz. R-Truth is a thing of the past. Miz is the now and the future. These men are brawling back and forth right now. R-Truth getting reversed though. Uh-oh, Miz. Oh, planting down the skull of R-Truth. He's signaling for it. Look out, R-Truth. Turns him around. Skull-crushing finale. Miz hooks the leg. 2. R-Truth is done. Well, that's it. Miz stays on Raw. Now it's the question of, is R-Truth going to be signed anywhere, or is he done? I would believe that R-Truth is done. I don't see there being anyone who is wanting to pick up R-Truth. Miz has got his revenge, and that's all he wanted. Miz stays on Raw. R-Truth, I would say, is probably gone from this universe. Well, that's the last sight I imagine we'll ever see of R-Truth. Lying on the floor. His former tag team champion, or his former tag team partner and champion, The Miz, stands atop. Well, there we go. That is that. And speaking of surprise matches, like we were on about last time with Bray Wyatt, Kane has a special opponent lined up for him next. We are not aware of who it is. We'll find out right now. Kane takes on... We'll find out. Oh, here he comes. The former WWE and World Tag Team Champion. That's gotta be Kane! Here we go. Kane comes down to the ring. Of course, like I said, we are not aware of who this man is. We've heard he's a new signing. Whether or not he's a new signing to the universe or he's a new signing from another brand, we don't know, but Kane has been set as the opponent. And I mean, whoever it is has got a pretty big challenge lined up ahead of them, because I mean, look at him. This is one big man, and this is one big task for whoever his opponent is to be. Wait, what?
Approaching the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 272 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Sheamus, the former leader of Europe's finest, makes his way down to the ring on Monday Night Raw. I thought after Survivor Series, Sheamus could have been done. I thought there was no more Sheamus. I thought him losing to DiBiase was his goodbye. It seems not. Sheamus is on Raw. There we go. That is a pretty big signing for Raw. And a pretty big match we've got now. Alright, well, here we go. Kane and Sheamus squaring off. Sheamus, of course, a former NXT champion and the former leader of one of the greatest factions in this universe, Europe's finest. Of course, we know that a former member of the $1 Million Corporation, Batista, is now on this roster, as is the former leader of Europe's finest, Sheamus. And just saying those names brings back all the memories of those two teams. Of course, those two factions are no longer around, they are no longer present. The only remnants we've got of them really is Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro, the ECW Tag Team Champions currently, but other than that, there's not really much remaining of the name right now. But anyway, Sheamus is squaring off right now one-on-one with Kane, and he is really bringing the power to him. Well, if we flash back to 10 months ago, these two men were Actually, no, if we flash back to... No, well, shit. If we flash back to 10 months ago anyway, Kane was the WWE Champion and Sheamus was showing up as the leader of Europe's finest. And if we flash back to 9 months ago, Kane had lost the WWE Championship and Sheamus was... I think he was no longer the ECW Champion, but he was. And I did realise I did say former NXT Champion, because, well, when the NXT was around, Sheamus was the NXT Champion. I believe I'm going to refrain from calling it the NXT Championship now. I'm just going to call it the ECW Championship. Because you understand where I'm coming from. Anyway, back to this match right now. Kane with a lovely, Sheamus with a lovely overhead belly to belly. Oh, but getting struck right in the face by Kane. Kane with a leg drop, brother. And hoity-toitying him up by the throat. And knocking him straight back down. Irish whip though, off the ropes. Another overhead belly to belly by Kane. Oh, bollocks, by Sheamus. Shoulder after shoulder after shoulder. To the shoulders. Slash neckish area. Close line in the corner now, but Sheamus reverses the chop smash thing and shoulder tackles of his own in the corner and picks him up and just slams him down. Oh, he misses his headbutt. Kick to the gut from behind. Nope, reversed. Sheamus with another belly to belly. Both men are fighting back and forth right now. Sheamus, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and an elbow drop to the gut. What has he got in mind? Fall-away slam onto Kane. A pretty powerful maneuver, especially to someone like Kane, of course, who weighs 300 plus pounds. Collision between the two men again. Collar and elbow tie-up. Sheamus takes control and executes a quick snap suplex on Kane. So you gotta be looking at... Oh, here we go. Celtic Cross. There it is. Lovely move by Sheamus there. Kane though getting right back up, but knocked right back down. Sheamus with the STO. Well, Sheamus was... Well, you know, you talk about faction leaders, you think sometimes they're a bit cowardice, they're a bit hiding behind their members, but, well, Sheamus wasn't one of them men. He would go out and he would fight anyone. He was not afraid to turn back down a challenge. In fact, he would go out and make challenges. Of course, if you remember the Undertaker at WrestleMania, Sheamus went out there and he proposed a challenge to the Undertaker instead of waiting for the Undertaker to come to him. Anyway, right now these two men really going back and forth. Sheamus again with this released German suplex. That is a lot of pain being inflicted. Hoists him up. Uh-oh. Got him set in position. High cross. There it is. This could be it for Kane. Hook of the leg. 1, 2... Yes, Sheamus defeats the former WWE Champion. And there we go. This has been a night of debuts and a night of leavings. For some reason that's Christian. Not a clue why. He is certainly not on the Raw brand, as far as I can tell from looking at the current list, but didn't they just add Sheamus' name to that list? I mean, I don't even know if Christian's in this universe. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Yep. Alright, there we go. So anyway, we head into the main event. Macho Man Randy Savage and Scott Steiner team up to take on Jeff Jarrett and Kevin Steen. And that's our main event. Here he is, coming out first. Number 1 contender for Kevin Steen's WWE Championship.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 245 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, Macho Man makes his way down to the ring. Of course, TLC, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 weeks away. I think it's 3, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I will have to double check up on that. Anyway, yes, Macho Man coming down to, well, he's in the ring now, and of course, after what happened in Survivor Series with his team winning, he became the #1 contender for Kevin Steen's WWE Championship, and there's the Macho Face. And tonight he teams up with the United States Champion. A very interesting perplexity of this all, of course. Speaking of the #1 contenders, he defeated Jeff Jarrett last week, who was the #1 contender for Scott Steiner's United States Championship. And speaking of Scott Steiner, here he is, coming down to the ring.
And his tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 276 pounds, the United States champion, Scott Steiner.
Steiner, of course, won the belt back at Survivor Series off of Jay Lethal, and that was pretty big at the time. And last week, of course, he defeated... oh, bollocks. Can't even remember who he defeated. Oh, he defeated Bobby Roode, that's right. Bobby Roode putting in a pretty impressive showing against him anyway, and awarding future championship, well, not championship, future potential matches in the future. So that should be interesting. But right now, let's see how the United States champion and #1 contender work together, because Steiner could get his hands on Jarrett early. So this will be interesting. Here he is, Jeff Jarrett. Now, I was catching up with Jarrett after the show last week after he lost to Macho Man 97. He told me some pretty bad news. You see, the thing is, Jarrett's been saying that he's been in these matches non-stop pretty much each and every week. He's been going through all these matches, been taking a lot of pain. He's had really no time to rest. And the thing is, he wants to take time off. He has mounting injuries. And you see, the thing is, if he takes time off before TLC, we're not going to strip him of his #1 contender shot that he earned. Because that's just not right. Jeff Jarrett will not be stripped of his title shot. He'll be held in abeyance until he is hopefully to return, but we do not know if Jarrett is 100% taking time off. We assume that it's a possibility, but I'm not too sure as of yet. Anyway, here comes Jeff Jarrett's tag team partner for tonight.
His tag team partner from Montreal, Canada, the WWE Undisputed Champion, Mr. Wrestler Kevin Steen.
Kevin Steen coming down to the ring. Of course, as we're talking about new champions, Kevin Steen, of course, the Survivor Series defeated Matt Hardy, finally getting his revenge and becoming WWE champion for the 2nd time. If I remember right, if I think rightly, yep, the only man to hold that belt twice. Pretty big feat. First time, of course, he cashed in the Money in the Bank the same night he won it. This man has got quite the quite the accomplishments to his name. And, well, it's probably going to continue on. Right now, we have a tag team match main event tonight. This is pretty interesting. Pretty much the 4 most important people on the roster right now squaring off in one ring. This will be a good one. And despite the injuries that he says he's sustaining, Jeff Jarrett is starting off first. That's pretty big. I mean, you know, Jarrett, though, he doesn't want to probably spend too much time in the ring getting worked over, getting too badly injured. But the question is, though, will Jarrett put on one hell of a performance? Just to remind people, you know, that last week he wasn't a nobody, and, you know, just to remind everyone that he isn't just this guy. He is the #1 contender for the United States Championship. And he would like to get his revenge on Macho Man. Of course, the man who beat him last week when these two men squared off. And right now, Jarrett is looking to really fight back. And that's a very high angle Jarrett gets on that scoop slam, but Macho Man punching him away with a reversal. And look at that, shrugs off the headlock again. A forearm to the face. That chinlock takedown. Savage turning the tide slowly, but Jarrett with a reversal. Clothesline. Well, not reversal. There. Irish whip reversal. Missed the clothesline. Headlock. Reversed. Elbow across the face. And look at that. Oh, he tried to get a bit too cocky. Jarrett was feeling the momentum running through him, and he was feeling like it was time to try and attack Steiner, and, well, that failed. And Jarrett goes back on the retreating edge right now as Macho Man looks to take control, but Jarrett reverses again. DDT, slowly working over the arm. This makes it easier, of course, to lock in the King of the Mountain. No, not the stroke. I will never call it the stroke. And, well, I know he comes out slamming his t-shirt, but I will call it the stroke because that's fucking disgusting. Jarrett right now, with a quick punch and kick combo, tuning up the arm, clothesline in the corner. A pretty painful Macho again with the reversal. And again with the chinlock takedown. Macho Man taking the opportunity to roll out of the way. And tag in now. In comes Steiner. Jarrett not tagging out. We're getting TLC a little bit early here. And what? Steiner just... Okay. Macho Man just abandoned Scott Steiner. What in the... What? I'm not even too sure what to say to that. Macho Man has just left Scott Steiner out there. And Jeff Jarrett is slowly working him over right now. That was... Well, that is unexpected. I was certainly not ready for that. And Steiner is just seemingly taking his anger out on Jarrett right now. Look at this, he's just punching and hitting away at Jarrett. He is not happy right. I'm not even too sure what we just saw. Uh-oh. Overhead belly to belly by Steiner, but that was weird. Macho Man has left Steiner out there, and I certainly don't have anything to say right now. I'm actually kind of shocked that they would do such a thing. I mean, I really am speechless right now because I was not expecting that to happen. But right now, Steiner is attacking Jarrett. He's pretty much attacking the easy target. Of course, Jarrett is in extreme pain from all these matches that he has sustained, and Scott Steiner is now pretty much taking control over Jarrett. Just when we thought TLC was coming early, we had a bit of turn of events. Macho Man just abandoning Scott Steiner. Look at that reversal again. Jarrett just cannot get anything going. Steen hasn't even been in the match right now. This has been shocking, to say the least. Look at this though, Jarrett trying to fight back. He's trying to send a message to Steiner. He's trying to prove that he can fight with him and that he deserves to be the #1 contender. He really is fighting for his life right now. The thing is though, how much longer can Jarrett fight for? How much longer can he hold back fighting with all these injuries? He crashes to the outside. Ribs, back, the legs, the knees, pretty much everything there. Just pain is just being caused upon right now, and as we go back in the ring, there's again that lovely high-angle scoop slam by Jarrett as he once again works over the powerful arms of Steiner, but that's not going to do that much. I mean, I've seen how powerful he is. Jarrett turning him around, but reverse, turns him around again. forearm to the back. Steiner. Oh my word. Steiner has Jarrett up. Steiner screwdriver. That could be it. Kevin Steen hasn't even had a foot in this match. Jarrett kicks out though. Knocking down Steiner. He can barely even stand anymore. And he still won't tag in. What is this problem? Jarrett, just tag in for Christ's sake. Look, Kevin Steen is trying to assist you, Jarrett. Jarrett can barely even stand right now. Has to let him go. Jarrett's trying to get in his head too much. And right now I'm going to have to blame Steen. Where is Steen? He's looking for the tag in the corner. Steen is nowhere to be seen. But he's held back. Steiner held back. And a chop. I would say lighting up the chest of Steiner, but he's pretty tanned anyway. Knee to the back. And just Jarrett is just not interested right now in tagging in. He's complaining about his injuries and how they're affecting him, and he's not even doing anything about making sure that he'll make it to TLC. He is just trying to... Well, he's attacking Steiner right now, and he is doing nothing to make sure that he is safe. He is staying in the ring even longer with Steiner, which was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Jarrett in trouble. Steiner recliner stitched in. You better hope. Oh. Thankfully, Kevin Steen was there to break it up. Look at this. He's just trying to crawl away. Why is he going to the top? He's risking the top rope. Oh no. Oh god, no. Double underhook suplex. Off the top rope. Kevin Steen wasn't even allowed a foot in this match. Scott Steiner wins. And pins Jeff Jarrett. I would say this is a mixture of problems. This is... Wait a minute, what are we seeing here? The champions celebrating with one another, apparently. Kevin Steen must feel pretty angry that he didn't even get a hearsay in that match, pretty much. Jarrett was trying to present himself. He was trying to show that even though he's injured, he's not a weak man, but he made himself look like a bit of an idiot, and at the end of the day, the WWE champion, maybe he thought Jarrett could kick out of it. Maybe he just wasn't willing to help out anymore because Jarrett wasn't willing to help out Steen. But anyway, more to the point, Randy Savage turned his back on Scott Steiner. And I imagine that Steiner is going to want a match out of this, so we'll probably be seeing that next week. Anyway, until then, I want to thank you for watching. And, yep, until next time on ECW, don't forget, if you enjoyed, to like the video and subscribe and go back and watch other episodes of Universe if you haven't already. And apart from that, I will see you on Wednesday for ECW. Thank you for watching, and as always, ta-ra.